Do you ever miss the good old days when football was simple and we could celebrate goals without waiting for the VAR decision? In today's video, we'll be talking about how the video assistant referee has impacted the beautiful game. While it has helped in improving the officiating, there have been some disastrous decisions that make us question its very existence. This weekend was a classic example of such moments, not with one, not two, but up to 4 controversial decisions that could have a significant impact on the Premier League's outcome. Join us as we take a closer look at some of the most controversial VAR decisions from the weekend's action. Number 1. Brentford's offside goal versus Arsenal. In any closely contested Premier League title race, there is that one match that a team will always look back on and say, that is the match that won us the title, or that's where we lost it. It can be won by the barest of minimums. We've seen it before. It's no wonder Arsenal fans caused a serious uproar during and after their match against Brentford. The Gunners led through Leandro Trossard's 66th minute close-range strike, but were pegged back by Ivan Toney's goal a few minutes later. The goal was allowed to stand despite there being an offside in the build-up. Apparently, Lee Mason, the video assistant referee for the match, forgot to apply the lines which would have shown Christian Norgard in an offside position before assisting Toney's equalizer. How bizarre! In the end, the Gunners could not find a winner and had to settle for a draw. The Professional Game Match Officials Limited has since confirmed that there was an error and that it was being investigated internally. Could this end up costing the Gunners the title? Only time will tell. Number 2. Chelsea denied West Ham. Chelsea fans finally got to see what they can expect from their expensively assembled team as the Blues faced West Ham in a London derby on Saturday and took a first-half lead through new signing João Felix. The visitors' lead was, however, short-lived as the hosts equalized through former Chelsea boy Emerson in what became an evenly balanced clash. The drama, however, ensued late on as Tomek Susek handled a Conor Gallagher shot inside the box. Despite being a controversial moment, the VAR took a few seconds to complete the check. Again, depending on whom you ask, it was a clear handball as Susek got down to block the shot, which could have given the Blues the chance to score from the spot and perhaps celebrate a second win in their last 7 matches. The decision has been described as subjective though, but it does not change the outcome. Number 3. Brighton goal incorrectly ruled out for offside. In yet another bizarre moment for the VAR on Saturday, Pervis Estupiñán thought he had put the Seagulls in front in the first half, but his goal was chalked off for offside after being checked by VAR officials. It later turned out the offside line was wrongly drawn and the goal should have stood, just like the Arsenal match. Gabriel Martinelli's goal against Man United. Arsenal, again. The Gunners have been on the receiving end of wrong decisions from the VAR on a number of occasions this season. In a key clash at Old Trafford against perennial rivals Manchester United, and with the match still balanced at 0-0, the Gunners thought they had taken the lead early on as Gabriel Martinelli found the back of the net after a quick counterattack, but the goal was ruled out for offside as Martin Odegaard was adjudged to have fouled Christian Eriksen in the process. United eventually won the clash 3-1, and even though the Gunners avenged in the reverse fixture at the Emirates, one wonders what if the goal had stood. Probably it could have had a bearing in the final score. Douglas Luiz's red card. During Steven Gerrard's final game in charge of Aston Villa, midfielder Douglas Luiz was shown a straight red card after seemingly headbutting Fulham striker Alexander Mitrovic. Match referee Michael Oliver went to the VAR screen and deemed it was an offense worth sending off. The panel of referees later confirmed that it was a wrong call from Oliver. It adds up as Luiz and Villa successfully appealed the decision and the Brazilian was available for the club's following fixture against Brentford. West Ham cancelled goal against Chelsea. This weekend's clash between the two London clubs was not the first time this season the two clubs have had controversial decisions. In the reverse fixture at Stamford Bridge, the Hammers thought they had rescued a point when Maxwell Cornet fired an effort into the roof of the net late on, but the goal was disallowed for Jared Bowen apparently having fouled Edouard Mendy in the build-up. The Senegalese made a big deal out of it, and it successfully convinced the match officials that indeed it was a big collision. Call it payback time for David Moyes' men. The VAR decisions have been questionable, the outcome's even more frustrating for the fans. But, and this might be an unpopular opinion, the VAR is not the issue here, rather the standards of referees and officials. Still though, this should not be happening. Referees' chiefs sending groveling emails of apology after appalling officiating robs clubs of valuable points. For instance, Arsenal should be 5 or more points clear at the top. Brighton maybe should be 2 points closer to a shock top 4 challenge. Graham Potter and his Blues team should have celebrated a much-needed second win in 7 games, and perhaps Leicester's shock win over Spurs should have been even more emphatic at the end. The list could be endless.